is 4 News Now, Special Edition.
Thanks for joining us on this special edition of 4 News Now. I'm Allison Martinez. Jordan Smith has the night off. The Washington State Cougars are battling the Utah State Aggies in Pullman tonight. The Cougars looking to improve to an 8-1 record on their season. Our sports team is live in Pullman with the latest on the game.
Well, the Washington State Cougars are playing in yet another edition of what Coach Jake Dickert likes to call Palouse After Dark. Of course, it's dark, it's cold, a lot of craziness happens in these after-hours games, but the Cougars are really just hoping to keep things simple, play to their strengths tonight, and kind of just hope nothing goes wrong in what should be a pretty simple win tonight.
Well, so far you can certainly say that. First drive, 65 yards, touchdown. Second drive, 85 yards, and touchdown. So far the offense has looked just about as good as you can ask. Defense, though, already allowing one score, so it's 14-7. You might be able to hear the crowd screaming over that way, so you never know what's going on quite yet. But so far for the Cougs, they've had a lot of success here. It's been, 7-1, 4-0 at home. A lot of success, and so far, lots even more in this game.
Absolutely, Jack. We're hoping, again, nothing goes too crazy tonight. And we also did want to check in on our local teams. You know, we made it down to Pullman tonight, but earlier today, we've been kind of focusing on all of our football teams. We checked in on Gonzaga Prep, who was getting the chance to host Woodinville in a playoff game at home. Now, G-Prep is already in the playoffs, but it's just a play-in game for them, so they're just waiting to really see which team is going to ruin their perfect record. And tonight, the Falcons were not the team to do so. It was big plays from both sides of the ball tonight, including a huge Woodinville stop by number 44, Casey Larson. And even though he's a Western Washington guy, you're going to see a lot more of him in our area. He's committed to be an Idaho Vandal next season, but Larson was not enough to stop the Bullpups. Gonzaga Prep takes down Woodinville tonight, 40-18, and keep that undefeated record.
The Central Valley Bears, they dominated their play-in game today. They took home a 42-20 win over the Cedro Woolley Cubs to continue their trek deeper into the WIAA state tournament. Now, their win was highlighted by wide receiver Camden Lamphere, not the quarterback you see there. He scored twice from the Wildcat formation, plus a real deep 60-plus yard dash to set up his own second score. Now, they, along with G-Prep, they're going to learn their exact seeding later this week once we figure a little more out.
Of course, and checking in on another undefeated team in our area, it's the West Valley Eagles, who were also tested this afternoon. They earned a home game against a 4-5 Mark Morris team. They're from Longview, Washington. The Eagles had no trouble today on their home field. The final score of that game, 21-6. So the Eagles are yet another team in our area staying undefeated, which is really good news for us. That means our Friday and Saturday nights get to stay super energetic. We get to just travel all around the Inland Northwest, which we both love doing. And it just makes playoff season just really feel like we're involved.
Exactly. There's nothing better than winning, especially when it's teams around the area, because who doesn't love to just win more? At the end of the day, that's all you got to do. It's just that simple.
All right, well, we are checking in here from Pullman. You can keep us up to date on our social medias. Of course, we're going to have a score check for you later in the show. Live in Pullman, Cindy Berger, Jack Wallace, 4 News Now Sports.
All right, thank you, Jack and Sydney. Now let's check in with meteorologist Matt Gray. It's looking a little bit stormy out there on the Palouse. Are we expecting any rain tonight, Matt?
Yeah, we are expecting some rain, and the rain just getting started here in Spokane, Allison. And we've got a little shower that's been hanging out north of Pullman. They've been avoiding a lot of the wet weather so far, but I do think things are going to turn for the wetter as we approach the second half of that game. Meanwhile, let's take a look here. Zoom on into the Spokane area where we have just seen this kind of first wave of heavier rainfall come in. We saw a brief shower earlier this evening, but you could see that rain from Spirit Lake stretched down through downtown Spokane and into the Cheney area, basically lined up with I-90 as you work onto the West Plains. This is going to be slowly moving to the east as we head through the next hour, and that will mean more parts of the valley and into Coeur d'Alene. We'll start to see the rain as well. We head to the north, and you can see where the edge of this rain comes up to. Some pretty decent rainfall coming down right now in Sandpoint. You notice here lots of this pink color. That's a wintry mix up in the mountains. So it's even raining up in the mountains. A very warm system we've got around our area right now. We then head to the south. We've got this shower just outside of Colfax. We've got rain coming down in St. Mary's and light sprinkles that are going to be moving into the Pullman and Moscow area very shortly. We'll be keeping an eye on that heavier rain around Othello and Connell for later tonight. So that is the situation on the radar. It is going to be a soggy night in many areas, and we've got more rain on the way for tomorrow. It'll help you find the dry spots for your Sunday coming up.
All right, thank you, Matt. Now to a story we've been tracking all day, where residents in the Logan neighborhood reported hearing multiple gunshots around 10 this morning. One woman said she saw a man get run over by a car before receiving CPR from first responders. The incident is still under investigation. We haven't heard from police yet, but we will continue to keep you updated as we learn more. The Spokane Transit Authority is in the final stages before launching its new 10-year strategic plan, but some community members are now sounding the alarm, saying the priorities for this plan are not in alignment with their own. Our Alexandra Coignard spoke with them and shares what they hope will change.
On a typical day, hundreds of people take the bus here at the Spokane Transit Center. As our city grows, that number is expected to as well. In response to this growth, the Spokane Transit Authority has developed a 10-year strategic plan called Connect 2035. It has multiple initiatives that are aimed at improving transit in our city. But some riders say that this plan doesn't align with their needs.
The STA board is seeking to serve these low-density areas with transit because they've failed to provide an adequate transportation system themselves.
Surveys showed a disconnect between STA's priorities and the public's. While the STA board focused on mobility on demand, a rideshare program for underserved communities, most riders preferred high-performance transit corridors.
Provide and only should provide routes where the people are.
STA states it received feedback from over 13,000 community members, which was then analyzed to create a strategic plan that can be achieved with current resources. But others believed long-term solutions, such as a rail system, are being ignored.
Longer-term transportation ideas are more important. So things that have more physical permanent infrastructure, such as tram lines that would run through our city, and things that stop the excess pollution from rubber tires.
Both Eric Lowe and Sarah Rose are part of Spokane Reimagined, a local nonprofit. While they acknowledge STA's efforts, what they are asking is for a plan that addresses the needs of all residents.
Just the desire to see things through for Spokane residents and Spokane County residents who pay into the public transit benefit area.
STA's board does have the final say on this, but if you want to weigh in, you can make your voice heard at their November 21st meeting. Reporting from Spokane, Alexandra Coignard, 4 News Now.
Coming after this break on this special edition of 4 News Now, the preparations begin for a second Trump presidency, including growing questions surrounding the potential role Elon Musk could have in the Trump administration. Plus, a man is arrested for trespassing at Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate, and police say this isn't the first time. The full story coming up after the break.
Rain chances tonight going to keep on increasing through midnight and then begin to wane as we get into the morning. Coming up, I'll show you how long this break in the weather will last as we look at the rest of your Veterans Day weekend. Coming up.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
4 News Now is brought to you by Custom Truck.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Are you a pour-over purist? At Numerica, you'll find money answers for you and only you. Learn more at numericacu.com.
After careful review of medical guidance and research on pain relief, my recommendation is simple. Every home should have Salonpas. Powerful, yet non-addictive. Targeted and long-lasting. I recommend Salonpas. It's good medicine.
My name's Tyler. I'm a fixed route vehicle maintenance foreman at STA. I served overseas in the United States Navy for 4 years. It's my responsibility to keep the vehicles serviced and maintained so that they can go out on the road, make pull-out, get everybody to where they need to go. What makes me proud is knowing that we're keeping the fleet running, people can get to their jobs and their families, and basically we keep our region moving 365 days a year. As a military veteran, I'm proud to still serve my community and my country, and I'm proud of what STA does.
Not the best sound to start your day with, is it? Your next decision should be to call Precision. Our professionally trained technicians are here to provide you with award-winning service every time. Our trucks are rolling warehouses, so we can get you back up and running fast. Need a new door? We do that too. And right now, get a new garage door, Wi-Fi opener, and remote combo installed for as low as $34 per month and up to $500 in cashback savings. Call or book online today.
Don't serve your Thanksgiving dinner with a side of food poisoning. I'm Derek Dice with 4 News Now. I'll show you the one thing many of us get wrong in the kitchen that could make our guests seriously sick and what you should do instead. Monday, only on Good Morning Northwest.
Bathfitter does showers? That's right. We offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers in all shapes and sizes. We can even convert your bath into a shower. How about that? With our seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you'll get a beautiful new shower to fit your needs, guaranteed for life. Bathfitter's been around for 40 years, and we've been experts at showers for just as long. Get yours today. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
President-elect Donald Trump has not yet signed a series of transition agreements with the Biden administration. This includes a mandatory ethics pledge, which requires elected leaders to avoid conflicts of interest once they are sworn into office. Members of the Trump transition team are also required to sign the pledge. When Trump was president before, he came under fire from ethics groups for potential conflicts of interest related to his businesses and brands. His business ties and his family's connections to foreign countries also have come under fire when Trump was president and when he was on the campaign trail. The president-elect has been reaching out to world leaders and is set to meet with current President Joe Biden at the White House this coming Wednesday. Meanwhile, Democrats are picking up the pieces and pointing fingers following Tuesday's loss. Here's ABC's Christiane Cordero with the latest from Washington.
President-elect Donald Trump will return to the White House for the first time since he left office nearly 4 years ago. President Biden extending the invitation for the two men to meet in the Oval Office on Wednesday.
Elon Musk!
As the transition to a second Trump presidency continues to move forward, growing questions about what role Elon Musk could have in the Trump administration. Sources tell ABC News Musk has been on calls the president-elect has had with foreign leaders from Mar-a-Lago, including Ukrainian President Zelensky and Turkish President Erdogan. At one point, Musk speaking to Zelensky himself, who thanked the tech billionaire for his Starlink system, which Ukraine has relied on for communications during its war with Russia.
We have a new star. A star is born. Elon.
Musk has proposed a new Department of Government Efficiency, saying he can slash $2 trillion of waste from the federal budget.
We have liftoff.
But since his company SpaceX currently receives billions of dollars in federal government contracts, a role in the administration could create conflicts of interest. Meanwhile, just days after Harris's devastating loss, Democrats now starting to assess what went wrong. Former Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi telling the New York Times she thinks the party would have benefited from President Biden dropping out earlier, saying there may have been other candidates in the race. The anticipation was that if the president were to step aside, that there would be an open primary, adding that a competitive primary may have helped the vice president, saying, quote, I think she would have done well in that and been stronger going forward. But we don't know that. That didn't happen. Christiane Cordero, ABC News, Washington.
A man was arrested for trespassing at Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate, and it's not the first time. The arrest report shows that the man has tried to get past law enforcement barriers at the Florida resort multiple times since July. The latest incident was on Thursday. Police say they arrested him after he showed up to an entrance gate in an Uber. He was ordered to stay away from Trump and his properties, and he can't carry any weapons. Don't go away. You won't want to miss this next story after the break. Learn how strangers banded together to save this stranded baby goat in Hawaii. How long he was stuck coming up. There's still time to register for the 12th annual 5K that ensures our heroes won't go hungry. Coming up, we'll tell you more about the Meals on Wheels fundraiser for veterans happening tomorrow.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Are you a daredevil who drives on empty to see if you can make it? At Numerica, you'll find money answers for you and only you. Learn more at numericacu.com.
MeTV presents the MASH series finale.
It was pretty big. About half the country watching at one time.
With exclusive interviews with the cast and creative team.
The MASH finale, Monday, November 11th on MeTV 4.2.
Amy M. writes, my kids are having a Wicked-themed sleepover. Will my internet hold up?
Well, our Xfinity gateways are like magic, designed to easily power a ton of teenagers and their devices.
They're so magic, I'm like the Good Witch of engineering.
And I'm the Wicked Witch of beta testing.
And I'm the Wizard of spreadsheets.
Oh.
I knew he'd excel at that job.
Get Thrillifyingly fast Xfinity internet for just $19.99 a month. And see Wicked, only in theaters November 22nd.
If your community group or organization would like to receive job posting notices from the KXLY Broadcast Group, please contact our Human Resources Department at 509-324-4000 to request future notices. KXLY Broadcast Group is an equal opportunity employer.
I'm a real wild one. Once in a while, we all want to go wild. We just need a little help. Meet a little help. The 2024 Ford Bronco Sport Wild Edition goes over any terrain, so you can go all out. Get a wild deal on a Bronco Sport today. Lease a 2024 Bronco Sport Wild Edition with no down payment for $399 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford dealer.
The doctor will see you now. But do they really? Do they see that crick in your neck? That ache in your heart? Will they see that funny little thing that wasn't there last year? The new bounce in your step? The way your retinal scan connects to your blood sugar? At Kaiser Permanente, all of us work together to care for all that is you.
4 News Now is brought to you by Move Fitness.
Check out this incredible rescue in Hawaii. This baby goat had been stuck on a cliff for 4 days until a group of strangers worked together to save him. His name is Bala, and he is now safe in a sanctuary in Hawaii. Certainly a heartwarming story. That poor guy was probably so scared.
Oh, yeah.
Up there.
Goats are really good climbers. You know, you see them like in Glacier National Park or up at Scotchman Peak all the time. Well, those are mountain goats. That didn't look very mountain goaty to me.
No.
That must have been quite a time. He's a cute little guy.
He was checking out the scenery in Hawaii, which of course looks very different from what we're seeing here in Spokane right now.
Oh, I bet a lot of people would love a tropical vacation right about now. See, there you go. Allison agrees with me, especially with the rain starting to come down. Busy night here in downtown Spokane. You can see all the parking lots are full outside our studio. 41 degrees, limited visibility, as you can see here. That kind of misty look is because the rain's coming down, shiny streets as the rain falls, and the courthouse lit up green for our veterans on this Veterans Day weekend. And we've got something else in the green here, and that's our rain chances. Sunday into Monday, we'll actually have our lowest rain chance, actually have the best chance of at least having some hours of dryness tomorrow. Then we get into Monday, not so much. Tuesday, a little bit of a dip. Wednesday is our next big system that comes through. And so we are going to be very, very soggy as we head through this upcoming week. We'll show you the 7-day forecast coming up. It's a lot to take in. Here's your hourly forecast for tomorrow. So the rain's going to continue through the night tonight. We're going to wake up to some showers. Then we're going to have a break right around midday. How long will that break be? Well, kind of depends on where you're at here, but I think a lot of places will end up into the early afternoon before we start to see the rain begin to kind of form up again. And as we head into, say, that 4 o'clock sunset time, we're going to start to see the rain become much more widespread, and it will be a rainy night and a rainy Veterans Day as well. Let's show you this here on the simulated radar, and this is some brand new data coming in here, so that's why you may see things look a little different. But here is the morning. There's those showers, especially around the Palouse, which hasn't really joined the party here quite yet in many areas. Then, yeah, just a very brief break. And here's about 4 o'clock. There's those showers still trying to get themselves together, mainly in our northern mountains. And the big surge of moisture by Sunday night, as we're on the air here with you at 11 o'clock tomorrow, we'll see the heavier rain begin to roll in and at least a little bit of mountain snow, although not much is going to be happening this weekend. Waking up Veterans Day morning, it is going to be a wet one. And we will continue on with scattered showers into the afternoon. But we may see some brief clearing by the end of Monday. That's going to be nice. What may be a little bit less nice is that we'll also start to see some mountain snow for those of you who are maybe taking a longer trip for the day. Your rain chances, as we mentioned before, going to push yourselves, or going to continue on here into the night, I should say. Our highs for Sunday, well, overall, temperatures in the 40s, not too bad, not too bad. And here is your planner for Monday, where we stay wet for a good majority of your Veterans Day. Like I said, I got some optimism. We might see just a little bit of sun, which is going to be very, very hard to find over the next few days with how busy our forecast is getting. And so here is your 7-day forecast. Yeah, we hit 50 briefly with the warm air that's come in this weekend, but that's it. Slowly cooling off for the rest of the week. Wednesday's a big day for rain. We'll also be taking a look as we head Thursday into Friday. Lingering showers on Saturday with some cool air. And keep an eye, our friends in our northern valleys, cool enough that we may see a little bit of wintry weather trying to mix in for Saturday. A lot of time for that to change, but certainly something we're going to be watching closely as we get cooler through this very wet period of weather.
All right, thank you, Matt. Soggy couple of days we've got here. Meals on Wheels Spokane is partnering with Fairmount Memorial Association to host its 12th annual race to feed our veterans this Sunday. This event is done to make sure our local heroes don't go hungry. Meals on Wheels is a nonprofit that feeds seniors in our community every day. 200 of those people are veterans. Registration for this Sunday's 5K is $25, and all the money raised will go toward buying meals for our local vets. Like Steve Smith, who says Meals on Wheels and their senior center do a lot more for him than provide delicious meals.
Lots of people to look forward to the visit with every day. They take us to the ballpark during the summer. They have movies for us, popcorn, parties. We have dances. What more would you want? There's just so much to do here.
The 5K begins at Riverside Memorial Park at 10 a.m. and you can register online now or in person day of. For more information, visit our website at kxly.com. Here are some things you should know for Veterans Day on Monday. All street parking meters will be free in the city of Spokane. All public library branches will be closed, but garbage pickup will operate on its normal schedule. An alternative learning high school has been nationally recognized for the approach it's taking towards education. Now it's working to help other schools use similar personalized learning practices. The school is called Dishman Hills. It does things a little differently. Students get to choose what they learn based off their interests, and school days are only 3 hours long.
The students who are just unable to commit to 40 hours a week, 180 days, sit in a row, comply, read and write, that's burning a lot of kids out. So when they come here, they really find a culture of student-centered.
There are about 300 students at Dishman Hills, most of whom come from outside the West Valley School District and at times deal with hardships at home. If you think your child would benefit from the education offered at Dishman, they can still apply since the school has an open enrollment system. People all around the country are falling victim to scammers that call them on the phone. Coming up after the break, we'll tell you how to watch out for these and so you know when to hang up the phone. And federal investigators are trying to figure out who is behind the racist texts being sent to people all over the country, why they think this may be a coordinated attack.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Are you craving your favorite Asian-inspired meal or looking to try something new? Little Dragon Eatery's delicious rice or noodle bowls are packed with fresh ingredients and bursting with colorful flavors. Little Dragon, located inside Coeur d'Alene Casino's expanding food court.
Winning is just the beginning.
Our kitchen used to look like this. So I went to the Par Design Center, where they helped me choose my cabinets, countertops, and hardware, and we love the results.
Par, family owned since 1930. Go where the builders go.
What are you gonna build?
North Idaho Urology, in partnership with Cancer Care Northwest, we specialize in advanced prostate cancer care.
I'm Dr. Aaron Wagner. I'm a radiation oncologist with Cancer Care Northwest. We have quite a few different treatment options for prostate cancer, ranging anywhere from standard radiation and IMRT approaches to SBRT to brachytherapy, a full spectrum of different prostate cancer treatments. We very much try to individualize their treatment plan for them.
When it comes to remodeling your bath, there's fact and there's fiction. Fiction. Some bath remodels just cover up water damage. Fact. Bath Fitter inspects and cleans your current tub area, and we make any necessary repairs before installing our product for a watertight fit. Bath Fitter installations are built to last, with a lifetime warranty to fit your expectations. Get the bath that fits you. Bath Fitter. It just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Stay ahead of your moderate to severe eczema and show off clearer skin and less itch with Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists that helps heal your skin from within. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. Ask your eczema specialist about Dupixent.
Don't serve your Thanksgiving dinner with a side of food poisoning. I'm Derek Dice with 4 News Now. I'll show you the one thing many of us get wrong in the kitchen that could make our guests seriously sick and what you should do instead. Monday, only on Good Morning Northwest.
Are you craving your favorite Asian-inspired meal or looking to try something new? Little Dragon Eatery's delicious rice or noodle bowls are packed with fresh ingredients and bursting with colorful flavors. Little Dragon, located inside Coeur d'Alene Casino's expanding food court.
Winning is just the beginning.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Good Feet Store.
U.S. Custom and Border Protections is warning of a phone scam that's targeting people all over the country. On Friday, the CBP said they are receiving numerous calls from people concerned about unsolicited calls from scammers posing as U.S. Border Patrol agents and U.S. Customs and Border Protection officers. Anyone receiving any type of call from someone claiming to be from a federal agency and seeking any type of personal information should just hang up. The CBP will not ask for money over the phone. Racist text messages were sent to unsuspecting residents just a day after the election. Urgent investigations now spanning more than a dozen states. ABC's Ike Ejachi has the latest.
Federal investigators are saying some of those vile and racist spam messages found on the phones of black and brown people across the country just one day after the results of the election can be traced back to a VPN in Poland and may contain malware.
We want to make sure that we stop it as soon as possible, and we're going to continue to investigate it to see if we can identify the perpetrator.
The messages, sent anonymously, were reported in at least 20 states, children and adults from New York to California. In each text, the senders even have the right names, telling people they've been selected to pick cotton at the nearest plantation, to be ready at a certain time, and be prepared to be searched upon arrival.
I received this text message about 2 hours ago.
And I felt my heart drop down into my stomach, and I was afraid.
35-year-old mom of 2, Corinne Freeman, runs a nonprofit in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and says she felt she was being targeted.
Knowing that someone took the time to put my phone number in something to send this type of message is just like, whoa. And that in your dreams is literally the fight of my ancestors saying, you wish. It is not a joke. It is not funny. It is a remnant of some form of anti-blackness.
Investigators say the messages appear to be sent through the messaging service Text Now, the company calling the incident a widespread coordinated attack.
When we come back, we'll take another look at the weather for the rest of the weekend, plus the progress that's being made on the fire lines in California, why local residents are being urged not to drink the water in the area.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
It's the pre-Black Friday sale at Furniture Row, and that means the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend, or score 60 months no interest. Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. The pre-Black Friday sale on now at Furniture Row.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
At Numerica, we've got money answers for people with batrachophobia. Honestly, same. Get money answers for you and only you. Learn more at numericacu.com.
Sometimes, life is a funny way of turning sideways. Like when your kid decides they're a professional stylist the morning of picture day. Or when your to-do list isn't quite done.
You went to Rite Aid, right?
Or when you're sure you packed everything you need, but you actually need one more thing.
We forgot our prescriptions. We got you. Are we happy?
We are happy. Find everything you need?
Yep. Yeah, life never really goes the way you plan, but that's why we're here. It means more at Rite Aid.
Watch me. Watch me roll, grind, and spin. Playgrounds for wheels. That's always a win. One with my chair, but never held back. I do things sitting down. Most people standing can't hack. Some might say my condition was fate. My doctors would tell you I'm just redefining great. Watch me. Life-changing orthopedic excellence at Shriners Children's. The most amazing care anywhere.
There's never been a better time to get back to the gym, and Move Fitness wants to help. You can join now for just $1 a day to create a new routine for you.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Good Feet Store.
For over 30 years, Denver Mattress has been improving the sleeping lives of millions, one night at a time. And during the pre-Black Friday sale, save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or get 60 months no interest and free shipping. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now, Special Edition.
Welcome back to a special edition of 4 News Now. I'm Allison Martinez. Let's check in with meteorologist Matt Gray. Matt, it was especially gloomy today. Are things expected to clear up anytime soon?
Oh, short answer, no. We are in the clouds, and we're going to stay that way for a while. Felt extra gloomy today for a couple of reasons we'll talk about in a second. But what we are seeing now after a dry day is the rain that was promised has arrived. Across the I-90 corridor in eastern Washington, we're seeing rain. We're seeing another band of showers from St. Mary's down just to the east of the Pullman area. So where's everything going for the next hour as we approach 9 o'clock? Well, everything going to be slowly tracking to the east here. For places like Coeur d'Alene and Rathdrum, that means the rain that is either you're right on the edge of or is just getting started will begin to become more noticeable over the next about 30 minutes or so, and we'll continue on with this light rain through the night. Now, what we have not seen so far is any notable wind come along for the ride with these showers. We've got a bunch of goose eggs here, and that is a problem because of the other thing that we've been dealing with over this weekend, which has been the air quality after controlled burns and wood stoves and all these other things over the past couple of days. Sensitive groups, Sandpoint, Newport, Colbert, and Spokane, all not ideal. We need some wind. We need something to move this air around and not just drop a little bit of rain on top of some hazy conditions. So at least for part of Sunday, it looks like not much is going to change, but I expect by late Sunday and into Monday, we are going to begin to see improved air quality as things really start to change. We'll take you through those changes and how you can avoid some of the wet weather that's going to be coming tomorrow and on your Veterans Day coming up.
All right, thank you, Matt. The newly renovated Underhill Park Sports Court has officially reopened. After 2.5 months of construction, the park in East Central Spokane now has 2 new pickleball courts, 2 renovated basketball courts, lighting, and much, much more.
I think it's really nice. Yeah, it is. It looks so much better. The other basketball court was all bumpy, and this is nice. We've thought about trying to play pickleball.
Spokane Parks and Rec still plans to apply a colorful synthetic surfacing to the pickleball courts in the spring. It will also host a reopening celebration once it's installed. Construction for a project in downtown Pullman is almost complete, and the city expects to open 1 lane of Main Street next week. Construction started nearly 8 months ago, but the end date has been delayed for a few reasons, including contaminated soil, according to the city. Business owners in the area have seen decreases in sales from 25 to 60%. The project has also kept many businesses from capitalizing on tourism for Cougar football games and other WSU events.
I do feel more optimistic going out looking at the street, like, okay, it does look like we're almost there. I was actually just putting together a nice big cheese order for the holidays, so that makes me happy.
The city of Pullman says opening 1 lane of Main Street on November 14th is a major milestone in the project. It expects construction to be fully complete shortly afterwards. Residents in Camarillo, California are being told to avoid using their water. Not even boiling it is advised. That's because a few water companies say the mountain fire has possibly caused the water to be so toxic it can't be boiled out. The water systems built out in most communities simply aren't designed to handle the demands of fighting fires. The mountain fire has grown to more than 20,000 acres. ABC's Jacqueline Lee brings us more from the fire lines in Camarillo, California.
The wicked winds that spread ferocious fires finally dying down.
If you think of what this looked like 48 hours ago, the first 24 hours of this was a significant extreme firefight. I am so grateful for the responders here the first day.
The wildfire in Ventura County, northwest of Los Angeles, exploding in size this week, growing to over 20,000 acres in just 36 hours. More than 130 homes have been destroyed, many others damaged, and thousands more still at risk. Some evacuated residents grateful to return home.
What were your thoughts as you started driving through?
I actually was, I was really relieved. I was relieved to see all the support from the firefighters and the police officers, and it felt really safe and, you know, of course, devastated, and your heart's mourning for that, but at the same time, it was also really heartwarming to have all the support.
Now, the same weather system with those furious winds dumping feet of snow in the Rockies. States of emergency in New Mexico and Colorado. Authorities warning travelers to be prepared to be stranded if they venture out. And from Boston to Philly to New York, gusty winds and the driest fall on record, fueling rare wildfires. In the shadow of the New York City skyline, helicopters dropping water scooped up from the Hudson River onto a brush fire in New Jersey. And in San Diego, firefighters getting the upper hand on another blaze with an aerial assault of fire retardant and better weather.
And the winds here have died down significantly. Firefighters tell me they're going to try to take advantage of these conditions as they continue to fight this fire.
But this good weather window may be short. Those Santa Ana winds could come back next week. Jacqueline Lee, ABC News, Ventura County, California.
4 News Now will be right back with another look at sports, how the Cougs are holding up against the Utah State Aggies, plus a sneak peek at some of the floats you'll see in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Don't go away.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
The doctor will see you now.
But do they really? Do they see that crick in your neck? That ache in your heart? Will they see that funny little thing that wasn't there last year? The new bounce in your step? The way your retinal scan connects to your blood sugar? At Kaiser Permanente, all of us work together to care for all that is you.
Stay ahead of your child's moderate to severe eczema.
And they can show off clearer skin and less itch with Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists that helps heal your child's skin from within. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. Ask your child's eczema specialist about Dupixent.
Hi, I'm Catherine Forner, and we love our own backyard so much, we built all of this. And we get everything we need from Par. With Shauna's help.
Everything from design to delivery.
Par, go where the builders go.
What are you gonna build?
It's time for Northern Quest's $150,000 Ultimate Game Night Giveaway. Bob, tell them what they could win.
Well, Steve, it's a fully loaded Yukon Denali.
Fully loaded? Sounds like my brother-in-law at Thanksgiving.
All right, Steve. Just come on down and play daily to enter the grand prize drawing on November 30th. Only at Northern Quest's
Ultimate Game Night Giveaway.
When it comes to remodeling your bath, there's fact and there's fiction. Fiction. Some bath remodels just cover up water damage. Fact. Bathfitter inspects and cleans your current tub area, and we make any necessary repairs before installing our product for a watertight fit. Bathfitter installations are built to last, with a lifetime warranty to fit your expectations. Get the bath that fits you. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
It's hard saying goodbye to your car, so AutoNation makes it easy to say hello to your next one. Shop over 25,000 used vehicles now at AutoNation.com. Plus, we'll buy your car for top dollar. Visit AutoNation.com today.
4 News Now is brought to you by Move Fitness.
Let's check in on the Washington State Cougars, who are right in the middle of their game against the Utah State Aggies. The Cougars lead in the second quarter, 21-7. The Idaho Vandals were also on the road tonight against Portland State, and the Vandals beat the Vikings with a final score of 39-30. The Vandals improved to 7-2 on the season. Eastern Washington got a much-needed win against the last-place team in the Big Sky Conference. The Eagles were also on the road and defeated Northern Colorado today. The final score 43-15 and a much-needed confidence booster for EWU. The 98th Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in New York City is less than 3 weeks away. This year, 6 new featured character balloons will debut. Check out this sneak peek from the test flight of the new balloons. They include Disney's Minnie Mouse, Extraordinary Nora, and the Elf on the Shelf, Gabby, Goku by Dragon Ball, and Spider-Man. The Macy's Parade lineup will be one of the largest yet, with more than 5,000 volunteers. And we know that after Thanksgiving, Christmas is not far behind. The Rockefeller Christmas tree arrived in New York City today. The 74-foot, 11-ton Norway spruce was cut down just days ago. More than 50,000 multicolored lights will adorn the tree, and a star featuring 3 million crystals will top it. Back here at home, get ready to fall in love all over again. Shrek the Musical is coming to First Interstate Center for the Arts next week. Before the curtain falls, actor Nicholas Hambrook sat down with 4 News Now to chat about playing Shrek and what differs between the movie and the musical.
Personally, for me, there's something the musical brings to that original story that now when I go back and watch the original film, like, this was a lot of fun, but it's missing that. It's missing that heart that I know and love from the show.
Shrek will be playing November 15th and 16th. Tickets are on sale now, and you can find the link at KXLY.com. You can watch Rob King's full interview on our free KXLY Plus streaming app. It's time to get your snow boots and get ready to ski and snowboard, because the season has officially made it to the inland Northwest, and it won't be long until all the ski resorts open. When we come back, we'll show you a sky-high view of 49 degrees north in Chewelah. Stick around.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
This is a spiral galaxy in the constellation Dorado. It has a lot of shining stars, which help to give it a beautiful and colorful glow. The galaxy is about 49 million light years from Earth. And now, meteorologist Matt Gray is going to give us a look at the weather a little closer to home.
Yeah, we don't measure things in light years around here, thankfully. No time travel, nothing like that. We stay in the part of the cosmos where things still makes sense, right? And that includes a chance for some rain here in the inland northwest. For tomorrow, during the daytime hours, I think more often than not, you are going to be able to avoid the rain, or it's just going to be a very light drizzle at best. But as we head into the evening, I'm expecting heavier rain. Just kind of like we're seeing this evening, it's going to be soggy for Veterans Day. Should be the wettest day out of this weekend. And finally, as that rain gets heavier, we will see that improving air quality, which has just been very stubbornly sticking around. Here's the radar picture right now. So some wet weather developing here over 4th of July pass. We're going to see that rain move into Coeur d'Alene here pretty soon. For the most part, it's a very light rain around much of the area. And here is how things are going to evolve here over the next couple of hours. So we'll actually, here by the time we get to about midnight or so, we'll actually kind of be on the backside of at least this band of rain in Spokane. But for most of the night, we're going to be talking about showery conditions across North Idaho. Let's fast forward. Let's take you into tomorrow. So still some wet weather lingering around during the morning hours, during breakfast time. Some spotty rain, mainly up in the mountains here, and then into the Palouse, we'll be seeing some very light rain as well. You notice how light the colors are. So we're not talking about a deluge or anything like that, but certainly something that you'll need to be aware of if you're out the door early on Sunday. Then a break for midday. We see more showers developing here as we get into Sunday afternoon, but the big round of rain is going to be coming late in the day. We're talking 10, 11, midnight, and that's when the real heavy stuff is going to start coming in. And by the time we get to Veterans Day, as we're waking up in the morning, that's when we're going to see most of our rain totals here coming down for Monday morning. Some spotty showers, localized heavy rain, cooling conditions, mountain snow, which, by the way, not seeing a whole lot of that here this weekend. We'll begin to return to the forecast, and we'll have to start watching the passes starting on Monday evening. And yeah, we're going to have to watch the passes a lot here this week because there's more wet weather to come after Veterans Day. Let's briefly look at kind of how to plan your Sunday. So some rain early, get out around midday. That'll be your best chance to stay dry. And then those showers become more frequent and likely more intense as well as we head later into the evening. Very warm temperatures tonight. We're staying above freezing for the rest of the weekend. Can't often say that this time of the year, but a very warm system overhead. And for Sunday, our highs just a little bit above average here in the 40s. I actually think in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, we're going to pop up to around 50 degrees at some point on Monday, kind of the height of the warm, moist air that's going to be moving through. Then we start cooling down, but another storm comes in behind that for Wednesday. Rain chances continue with another storm coming in for Friday into the weekend. So slowly but surely, we're going to be cooling down with every single round of rain. And perhaps by the time we get to Saturday, if there's still some showers lingering around, we may start talking about wintry mix in some of our valleys, something we're going to watch very closely over the next few days.
All right, thank you, Matt. Lookout Pass is now open for the season. Yesterday, the mountain welcomed skiers and snowboarders to enjoy one of the earliest opening days they've seen in years. Some areas of the mountain saw 36 inches of snowfall last weekend, and more snow is on the way.
I mean, the skiers are going to get a longer season, and we're known for having the longest season in the region, but it also means that we're going to have a longer stream of revenue and hopefully a nice, healthy revenue stream for the season to keep things kicking.
This year, Lookout has 150 new parking spaces, which were already filled with eager snowboarders and skiers of all ages. We have more information about hours, location, and details on our website, kxly.com. If weather allows, the other resorts might not be far behind Lookout Pass. So let's take you over one of the most beautiful mountain resorts in our area, 49 degrees north, in this week's Air for Adventure.
Today we're at the 49 Degrees North Nordic Center. Beautiful, serene area, and it's just a few hundred yards away from the hustle and bustle of the downhill resort. These trails were put in 2006. There's about 12 kilometers of trails, along with a few more kilometers of snowshoe trails. We have snowshoeing, cross-country skiing, both classic and skate. We've set track and groom. We also allow fat bikes. It's a great place to escape, enjoy nature. Obviously, fat tire bikes has brought a whole new user group to the area. We love it. Mountain biking is in my heart and soul. It's definitely where I spend my time in the summers. And to be able to go out and still pedal and still have fun in the wintertime on these really fun tools is great. And we allow them on our whole trail system as long as the snowpack will support it. Well, those fat tire bikes have really big tires, anywhere from about 4 to 5.5 inches wide. Big volume, big surface area so that they float on top of the snow so they don't sink. The fact that we have different things that we can do at different times of the year, and having a winter activity, I think, is incredibly important. Staying active rather than posting up in your home through the whole winter can really help alleviate those winter blues, keep you fit, keep you healthy, and keep you happy.
We're just having a good time, basically. It's really good snow, the sun's shining. We were all doing skate skiing. It's where there's no like fluffy spot at the bottom of your ski, and you kind of just, skating is basically the faster version.
It's fun. It's a great way to work on your cardio and keep up your stamina. And it's just a great exercise.
One of the great things about this area that people can expect to find is space. It's quiet, it's peaceful, it's gorgeous.
Those living in Colorado are digging out from a major snowstorm. The video you're watching right now is near Denver, where more than 19 inches of snow has fallen since last Tuesday. That's the biggest multi-day storm to hit the city in 30 years. The storm is expected to end tonight. 4 News Now will be right back with one last look at weather.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
At Numerica, you'll find money answers for loud sneezers. Gesundheit. Get money answers for you and only you. Learn more at numericacu.com.
Washington State University and 4 News Now would like to congratulate Bud Namick and the rest of the recipients of the 2024 Inland Northwest Hall of Fame, sponsored by Spokane Sports. Tune in for the replays of this event. Details can be found on kxly.com/Hall of Fame.
Don't serve your Thanksgiving dinner with a side of food poisoning. I'm Derek Dice with 4 News Now. I'll show you the one thing many of us get wrong in the kitchen that could make our guests seriously sick and what you should do instead. Monday, only on Good Morning Northwest.
Bounced from one doctor to the next. Did they even send my lab work? Wait, was I supposed to bring that? Then there's the forms, the bills, the nota bills, the... Press forward and repeat these options.
Healthcare can get a whole lot easier when your medical records, care, and coverage are in one place. At Kaiser Permanente, all of us work together for all that is you.
Stay ahead of your child's moderate to severe eczema. And they can show off clearer skin and less itch with Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists that helps heal your child's skin from within. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. Ask your child's eczema specialist about Dupixent.
4 News Now anchors, not just in the newsroom, but in the community, doing the work, listening to you, asking questions to help keep your family safe. We're the people you trust on your screens and in your neighborhood. We'll always be there on 4 News Now.
Washington State University and 4 News Now would like to congratulate Bud Namick and the rest of the recipients of the 2024 Inland Northwest Hall of Fame. Sponsored by Spokane Sports. Tune in for the replays of this event. Details can be found on kxly.com/Hall of Fame.
One last look at a soggy 7-day forecast here as we send you off into the second of, for more than a few people, is a 3-day weekend. And of course, for those of you folks who are thinking about doing some things for Veterans Day in the morning, we know there's a lot of community events. Bring a rain jacket.
Definitely.
It looks soggy out there. And in fact, just bring a rain jacket every day for this week.
Keep it in your car, ready to go whenever throughout the next couple of days.
Yeah, I think that you'll be safer that way. That's for sure.
Well, we're grateful for the rain. Thank you, Matt. Thank you for watching this special edition of 4 News Now. Have a great night.